And I want to just ask maybe 3 questions of Madame Scali, and then immediately turn it over to you for your questions and your comments. This is a rare opportunity where we have a chance to have direct dialogue with Madame Scali. The first question I'd like to ask is regarding, let's say, the Arab Spring and Morocco, in the sense, what's happening in Morocco today? Why is there, first of all, is there the sense of stability, and why? And maybe what is making the case of Morocco unique in a region where one sees many transitions. En français, Julie? C'est bon? Okay.
I am sorry, my English is not very good, so I will speak in French, but I begin some words in English, and then I will switch to the French language. First of all, thank you very much for Marc Donfried for giving me this occasion to speak about Morocco, about my country. Je voulais dire que le Maroc est souvent considéré comme une exception en ce qui concerne le printemps arabe. Et je crois que ce qui caractérise le Maroc, c'est qu'il a commencé un processus de réforme très avancé depuis une longue période. Notamment, il y a eu la création d'une instance équité et réconciliation au début des années 2000.
Désolée. Répétez juste la création
d'une instance équité et réconciliation.
Equity and Reconciliation
au début des années 2000.
At the beginning of the 2000s.
Qui a permis de tourner les pages du passé. Des violations des droits de l'homme.
The violations of human rights.
Et il y a eu, suite à cette opération, il y a eu des élections indépendantes et libres qui ont permis, c'était en 1999, il y a eu un gouvernement dont le Premier ministre était un ancien condamné à mort, un opposant anciennement condamné à mort.
Sentenced to death penalty.
Et c'est-à-dire c'est tout un processus de réforme profonde qui ont consacré l'attachement du Maroc aux droits de l'homme.
That made Morocco very dedicated to human rights.
Tels qu'ils sont universellement reconnus.
As they are universally recognized.
Et maintenant, depuis qu'il y a eu le printemps arabe,
so now since the Arab Spring,
parce qu'il y a aussi, au Maroc, il y a eu aussi un mouvement de protestation de la part de la population et des jeunes en général,
from the people and especially the
autour des problèmes sociaux, des problèmes de développement,
about development issues and social issues,
mais aussi autour des questions politiques,
and political issues,
de répartition des pouvoirs,
of the répartition of powers, distribution of powers.
Et il y a eu une réforme constitutionnelle très importante.
There was a constitutional reform, a very important one,
qui a renforcé l'attachement aux droits de l'homme.
That made the attachment to human rights even stronger.
Qui a donné plus de pouvoir au chef de gouvernement.
And gave more power to the head of government.
Élu démocratiquement.
Democratically elected.
Qui a donné la souveraineté à la nation à travers les élus parlementaires.
Who gave the power to the nation through the parliamentary. Not elected, but elected, élu.
The elected members.
Yeah, the
elected members of parliament. Et il y a eu, une nouvelle constitution qui a été encore une fois mise en œuvre, qui est actuellement mise en œuvre.
There's a new constitution that's being put in place.
La constitution a fait l'objet d'un consensus de toute la population. Tout le monde a voté en faveur de cette constitution.
everyone voted in favor of that constitution.
More than 95% of the population voted for this constitution, but the involvement or la mise en œuvre de la constitution, l'application de la constitution, nécessite beaucoup de travail, nécessite beaucoup d'efforts, et ce n'est pas une chose qui est facile du jour au lendemain.
So trying to put that into place is a lot of work, and it's not easy. You can't just do it from one day to the other.
Et parmi les choses acquises dans la nouvelle constitution,
And from what was acquired in the new constitution,
c'est la consécration de l'égalité des sexes dans tous les domaines,
equality of sex in every
les domaines civils,
civil domain,
économiques,
economic,
politiques,
politics,
environnementales.
environmental.
Et également, c'est une constitution qui a consacré la parité homme-femme dans la responsabilité publique.
The equality, like gender equality in public institutions.
Bon, il y a eu des élections qui ont eu lieu après la Constitution.
Some elections happened after the constitution.
Le premier parti a été le parti islamiste,
First party was the Islamist party,
mais ce n'est pas la majorité,
but it wasn't the majority,
parce qu'il y a 20 millions de Marocains qui ont l'âge de voter.
because only 20 million Moroccans have are in age of voting.
Il n'y a que 13 millions qui sont inscrits sur les listes électorales,
But only 13 million are registered.
on the electoral list,
Yeah.
et seulement 6 millions ont voté,
And only 6 million voted.
et 1 million de voix ont voté pour le parti islamiste.
And 1 million voted for the Islamist party.
Mais c'est quand même le premier parti, donc le chef de gouvernement a été nommé par le roi, mais c'est le chef de ce parti, c'est le chef du PJD.
Okay. And yet it was the first party, so he was elected.
So the Prime Minister is part of the Islamist Party, and he was elected by the Prime Minister?
Et ensuite, une coalition gouvernementale a été formée, et maintenant nous sommes en train, notre principal défi, c'est la mise en œuvre de cette constitution qui est très avancée.
So there was a coalition of the government, and now their first issue is to implement the new constitution.
Voilà. Je préfère répondre à des questions si...
No, so then thank you very much for responding to the first question. I think this microphone's not doing too well of yours. We need to check that. So thank you very much. And I think really it is a fascinating situation in Morocco where one does have, I think, more of a call and a response in the sense there is really a dialogue, it appears, between the king and the people. I think the reforms for the constitution was a powerful example. We're actually even coming up with a new constitution that was then democratically voted for. So very unique case. I'll let you probe deeper with your questions later. The second question I wanted to ask you is very related to actually today's course in terms of case studies in cultural diplomacy. I think the case of Morocco is a fascinating case when it comes to cultural diplomacy for a number of reasons. First of all, you have really obviously a very rich tradition, a cultural tradition that goes way back in Morocco. So it's a very old tradition in terms of the arts, in terms of music, beyond. Secondly, there's a very interesting tradition in Morocco for actually cultural diplomacy specifically. One famous example you may have heard of is the Fez Music Festival, where you bring actually for sacred music, bringing really all of the faiths together every year, a major festival in Fez. Another interesting example you may know of was actually, I think, 7 or 8 years ago, a concert called I Love Hip Hop in Morocco, which was actually a hip hop concert in Morocco. I Love Hip Hop in Morocco, it was called. Donc Musique de Rap, a big festival. And it was actually, I think, MTV and the US State Department were actually the main sponsors, but it was primarily Moroccan rappers. But it was a fascinating thing that took place actually in Morocco, and that was very innovative at the time. Before that, it was fairly difficult actually for rappers to perform and actually be produced in Morocco. So for many reasons, I see interesting things happening in Morocco when it comes to culture and actually cultures interacting. So I'd love it if you could say a few words just about the importance of culture to Morocco and also the importance of cultural diplomacy for Morocco.
Okay, thank you. First, I would like to come back to the first question and give a precision that in Morocco it was never used the violence against demonstrators, people that go out in the street and make demonstration. There was no using of the violence. There was nobody that died or be persecuted because of his demonstration. And it is a big difference with, for example, Tunisia or Egypt or Libya or la Syrie. Donc, c'est une grande différence qui explique le processus pacifique qu'a connu le Maroc.
Yeah, that's a big difference because Morocco had a Pacific,
Peaceful transitions. There was
Peaceful.
no violence used.
OK. For the second question, je pense qu'il y a une spécificité du Maroc
I think Morocco is very special
parce que habituellement on dit que le Maroc est
Because
un
usually
pays
say
arabo-musulman.
is an Arabic Muslim country,
Mais la réalité est beaucoup plus riche que cela.
but in reality it's a lot more complex than that.
Et la nouvelle constitution
And the new constitution
a l'avantage d'avoir consacré l'identité plurielle du Maroc.
the new constitution put forward the cultural diversity in Morocco.
Nous sommes arabes, oui, mais
We
nous
are
sommes
Arabic.
aussi amazigh,
But we also
berbères.
Amazigh.
Nous avons
Berbères.
les origines, les racines, la grande majorité de la population avant 14 siècles était amazigh, était berbère.
A great part of the population before the 14th century
Et
was
donc
Berber or Amazigh.
aujourd'hui, il y a bien sûr beaucoup de mélanges. On ne sait plus. On est tous un peu arabes et un peu berbères,
So today there is a big mix. Everyone is a
mais
bit Arabic, a bit
on doit
Berber.
reconnaître notre identité amazigh,
But you have to they have to recognize their
Au même
Amazigh
titre
identity
que notre
same
identité
level.
arabe.
as their Arabic identity.
Également, nous sommes musulmans,
We are Muslim,
oui, en majorité, mais nous avons aussi une population juive très
but we
importante
also have a very important Jewish population.
et nous avons dans notre culture une composante hébraïque
And we have a
qui est très importante.
Hebrew component in our country.
Et souvent, dans certains pays,
And in many countries,
les Marocains sont reconnus à travers la communauté juive
Moroccans are recognized through the Jewish
marocaine qui
community.
garde énormément ses traditions et ses
Really
racines.
keeps their traditions and origins alive.
Et nous avons des racines africaines.
And we have African roots.
Nous sommes le nord de l'Afrique,
We are the north of
mais
Africa.
notre population est très en interaction
And our population
avec
really interacts
l'ensemble du continent africain.
with the whole continent.
Et puis aussi, comme nous sommes à la frontière entre l'Europe et l'Afrique,
And because we are the
nous avons
border
aussi des
between
influences
Europe and
andalouses
Africa,
très importantes
we also have important
qui
Andalusian
sont parties de notre identité.
influences that are part of our identity.
À titre d'exemple, la musique andalouse,
Southern Spanish
c'est la
music
musique traditionnelle marocaine.
is
la
traditional
musique
Moroccan
des fêtes.
music.
C'est la
Party
musique
music.
la musique andalouse. Et puis nous sommes un pays au carrefour du monde, en
And
quelque
we are at
sorte.
the crossing of the whole world.
Afrique, Europe,
Africa, Europe,
ouvert sur l'Atlantique.
open
et
on
sur
the
la
Atlantic
Méditerranée.
and the Mediterranean.
Donc notre population, elle est comme ça. Elle
So that's how our
est
population
très
is.
diversifiée.
Very diverse.
Et quand il y a la liberté,
And when there is freedom,
eh bien, toutes ces composantes de notre culture,
all of these
se
aspects of our
manifestent
culture
comme vous l'avez
are
dit,
shown
à travers le festival des musiques sacrées de Fès.
through the Festival of Sacred Music of Fez.
Mais il y a des centaines
But there are
de
hundreds
festivals
of festivals
qui se déroulent au Maroc. Il y a
that are happening in
Essaouira,
Morocco.
il y a
Essaouira,
Azela, il y a Tant Jazz, le jazz à Tanger, il y a
Jazz and Tangiers.
Casablanca aussi, bon, il y a une multitude de festivals qui
There
se
are many
déroulent
festivals
partout au Maroc,
that are happening everywhere in
à la
Morocco
lumière de la liberté, justement,
under the light
d'organiser
of freedom.
ces festivals. Et pour nous, le défi
So for
c'est
us, the
d'encourager
challenge is to
est de
encourage
considérer que c'est une richesse
and consider that it's
pour notre pays,
an asset, yeah,
que
for
c'est
the
une
country
richesse et non pas une menace.
and not a threat.
Parce qu'il y a des conservateurs qui ne veulent regarder dans notre identité que arabo-musulmans,
Because some conservatives only want to see
Et
that
qui considèrent
Arab-Muslim
que tout ce qui
identity
sort de ce arabo-musulman,
and
c'est
consider
quelque
that
chose
everything
qui
that
risque
comes out
de
of it
menacer l'identité
is a
marocaine.
threat to Moroccan identity.
Donc maintenant, la Mazère est acceptée par tout le monde,
Amazigh is accepted by everyone,
mais il faut aussi qu'on développe encore
but but we need to develop
notre ouverture
our opening,
linguistique,
our linguistic.
parce que les Marocains, ils parlent beaucoup de langues. Ils parlent
Because Moroccans
souvent
speak many
bon,
languages.
l'arabe, l'amazigh, mais ils
Arabic,
parlent le
Amazigh,
français.
French.
Dans beaucoup de régions, le français est très courant.
In many regions, French is the main
L'espagnol,
language.
dans tout le nord du pays,
In the north of the
l'espagnol est
country,
très très
Spanish
courant.
is very
Et
current.
beaucoup de Marocains parlent d'autres langues.
And there are
D'abord
many
parce
other
que
languages.
nous avons 5 millions d'émigrants
Have
partout
5
dans le
million
monde.
migrants in
Donc on a des
Morocco.
qui parlent allemand,
outside
qui
of
parlent
Morocco.
hollandais, qui parlent
So
l'anglais.
you have
Enfin,
many people
qui
speaking
sont dans toutes les
German,
régions du monde, on
Dutch,
trouve des Marocains, des
because
communautés,
everywhere in the world you find Moroccans.
marocaines. Et cette capacité d'adaptation avec les autres cultures
And that capacity of adaptation amongst other cultures
enrichit à nouveau le Maroc.
makes
de
Morocco
nouveaux
richer
apports.
by new cultural additions.
Et donc voilà, nous sommes dans cette dynamique.
So that's we're in this dynamic.
Et je remercie encore une fois Marc Donfried d'avoir valorisé cet aspect de richesse culturelle qui
Now
existe au Maroc. Et j'espère que cela peut se traduire à travers la diplomatie culturelle, par une meilleure connaissance de la part des Marocains, connaissance du monde, et de la part des autres pays aussi de reconnaître les Marocains.
And I would like to thank Mark Dunphy one last time to put forward.
No, thank you. And thank you also very much for responding to the question about, first of all, the cultural diversity, and I think the uniqueness that makes Morocco what it is, and then the relationship as to why then I think there are so many festivals and why there is this tradition of cultural diplomacy for many years now. I'll allow you to go deeper on that question as well. The third question I'll maybe ask just for a brief response, because I really do want to give you a chance to ask questions, but I think it's important given your career and the many contributions you've given to Morocco in this regard, in terms of women and women's rights. The reason she's actually here this week in Berlin is she was invited by the Minister of Family of Germany for a special conference looking actually at women's rights in the Arab world and beyond. And as far as I know, the foreign minister was also there and greeted you for the conference. So it's an interesting issue where she's still being called upon as an expert when it comes to the development of women's rights. So if you could just say maybe a few words, about maybe some of the work that you've done in Morocco when it comes to women's rights, and maybe some of the key dates in terms of the progression. When it comes to equality and women's rights. Just a brief response, just to give them a flavor for how actually this advancement took place in a country like Morocco.
D'accord, merci. Effectivement, pour dire très brièvement, pour évaluer où nous en sommes aujourd'hui de la situation des femmes,
Effectivement, for making an evaluation of the situation of women in Morocco nowadays,
on doit savoir où nous étions,
we have to know where we were before,
où nous sommes
where we are,
et où nous allons.
and where we're going.
Et si je reviens à l'année 1993, il y a 20 ans,
If I come back to the year 1993, 20 years ago,
c'était les années zéro pour les droits des femmes.
it was the year zero for women's rights.
Il y avait 0 femme au gouvernement,
There was not a woman in government,
0 femme au Parlement.
not woman in parliament.
Il y avait une loi qui était très injuste, un code de la famille qui était le code du statut personnel.
There was a law that it was very unfair and just,
Injuste,
which was the code of the family.
Exactement. Et on ne pouvait même pas parler de réformer la loi de la famille
We couldn't even talk about making reforms in the law of family.
parce qu'on nous disait que c'était le Coran, que c'était la loi de Dieu. Et les femmes qui militaient pour changer le code de la famille, on les condamnait à mort.
Because it was said that that this law was coming from the Quran, from religious matters, and if they wanted to change these rules, they will be condemned to death. So they couldn't even try to make any changes.
Non pas par le tribunal, mais par des fatwas.
Pardon?
On appelle ça des fatwas. C'était des religieux conservateurs qui disaient que les personnes qui veulent changer le code de la famille méritent la mort.
So it was a conservative religious, it was a religious entity, and it was these conservative religious people that said that the woman that wanted to change the code of family should be condemned to mort. So it was not a tribunal from the government, but from a religious entity.
Donc maintenant, 20 ans après, nous avons une constitution qui garantit l'égalité dans tous les domaines entre les hommes et les femmes, égalité dans les droits civils, politiques, économiques, sociaux, environnementaux.
So nowadays, 20 years after, we have a constitution that ensures that we have the equality and women's rights in social aspect, education, and
everything.
And everywhere, everything.
Every area. Et aussi la parité entre les hommes et les femmes.
And also parity between men and women against government.
Exactement. Maintenant, nous avons 67 femmes au Parlement.
Right now we have 67 women at the parliament.
Parmi 395.
Among 3,095.
Et nous avons 6 femmes ministres.
And we have 6 women that are ministers.
Et le domaine dans lequel j'ai le plus travaillé en tant que ministre,
and the matter that I have worked more as a minister,
c'est le domaine de la représentation des femmes
is the representation of women
dans les gouvernements locaux.
In the local governments.
Parce qu'en 2009, nous avions seulement 0,56% des élus qui étaient des femmes.
Because in 2009 we had only 0.56% of elected that were women.
Et il y avait seulement 127 femmes dans les gouvernements élus.
And there was only 127 women in the government, elected government.
Et dans les élections de 2009, on est passé de 127 femmes à 3428 femmes élues.
So we have gone in 2009 from 127 women to 3,400 women.
And 28.
Sorry.
Et il y avait 20 500 femmes qui se sont présentées comme candidates.
There was 20,500 women that has presented themselves as candidates.
Et on est passé de 0,5%
And we have gone from 0.5%
à 12,38%.
to 12.5%.
12.
12.
Oui, enfin, 12, c'est ça.
Sorry.
Je ne rentre pas dans les détails, mais ça a été un changement très important
I will not go over details, but it has been a really
au
important
niveau
changement
local.
From the local perspective.
Et il y a eu création aussi de commissions de l'égalité et l'égalité des chances.
It has been also the creation of a commission for equality and equality of opportunities.
Dans toutes les communes du pays.
In all the communities of the country.
Et ça a été un changement très important, surtout pour les femmes rurales.
That has been a really important achievement, especially for women from the countryside.
Et ça leur permet de contribuer à la lutte contre la pauvreté et pour l'éducation et pour les problèmes basiques.
And this is also very important to fight against poverty, education, and against for other problems, social problems.
Voilà.
And that's it.
Well, thank you very much for sharing those insights. It's really, I think, fascinating, not only the developments that took place in Morocco, but also the role that you had in actually spearheading many of them. So I'd like to now give you the microphone right away and give you the chance to really ask any questions that you have. And I encourage you to really take this opportunity, especially the MA students, but everyone. Here's your chance to actually ask somebody who's been there and somebody who's done that. Anything you'd like to ask about the issues we just discussed or also other issues. So as always, if you could briefly raise your hand, I see one already. Just say your name, where you're from, and then try to make your comments as concise as possible, and that way we can have hopefully as many voices as possible heard. And bear with us 1 second while we try to fix the microphone issue. Should we use this one here, Elvira? Okay, see if we can you, okay, or use this for now.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Well, my name is Eleonora, and I come from Italy, and that is also a country where equality between male and female is we was looking before that we are the 69 or 71 in the world country for equality between.
Yes.
So I understand what I'm happy that Morocco is developing this kind of things, of issues, and I'm curious to know if three things: if are there some in Moroccan population agnostic or atheist, and inside this differentiate population, and also if you allow the separation, the divorce, and the abort.
Merci. Merci pour ces 3 questions qui sont très claires. Effectivement, d'abord, je veux dire que la question des droits des femmes, c'est une question qui est mondiale. On peut dire qu'il n'y a pas un seul pays dans le monde qui a atteint une véritable égalité entre les hommes et les femmes.
Thank you so much for these 3 questions. They're very clear. I must say that the question of women's rights is a matter of every country, and there's not really any country in the world that has really achieved 100% equality between men and women.
Et tout à l'heure, j'ai oublié parmi les grandes réformes de dire un tout petit mot sur la réforme du Code de la famille.
And before I have forget among all the things I have spoken about to say a small word about the code of the family code.
Qui était une réforme très importante qui a permis d'avoir une loi fondée sur l'égalité et la co-responsabilité entre les hommes et les femmes.
Which was a very important reform in the code of family, who has enabled to have a like a progress in terms of equality between men and women.
Et parmi les avancées de ce code de la famille,
And among the progress or the achievements of this reform on the family code,
c'est le droit absolu au divorce pour les hommes et pour les femmes.
is the absolute right for divorce for men and women.
Auparavant, c'était uniquement pour les hommes.
Before it was only for men,
Et maintenant, la loi est très claire.
and now the law is very clear.
Même si la femme dit qu'elle n'a rien à reprocher à son mari, mais qu'elle ne veut plus vivre avec lui, elle est obligée, le juge est obligé de lui accorder le divorce dans un délai qui ne dépasse pas 6 mois.
So even if the woman doesn't have a specific reason which why she wants a divorce, if she decides that she doesn't want to be married anymore, the judge is obliged to consider divorce in a timeline of 6 months.
La deuxième question concernant l'avortement,
The second
le droit à
question
l'avortement.
concerning the abortion.
En tant que ministre et maintenant en tant que parlementaire, je mène un combat qui est mené également par des constituants de la société civile pour obtenir le droit à l'avortement qui n'existe pas encore malheureusement.
As a minister before and now as a parliamentarian, I am personally leading an initiative or like fight for the right for abortion that didn't exist before.
Mais jusqu'à présent, la réalité est différente de la loi.
So up until now, the reality is different than the law.
Il y a des centaines de femmes qui font des avortements chaque jour,
There are like hundreds of women doing abortion every day,
mais ce n'est pas légalisé
but it's not legalized.
et ça a des conséquences très négatives.
And this has very negative consequences.
Mais c'est un combat.
But it's a fight that we are dealing with.
Et je reviens à la première question, la liberté comment dire,
And I
de croyance.
I would like to come back to the first question, the freedom of faith.
Au Maroc, il y a une réalité qui fait que chacun fait ce qu'il veut dans la réalité.
In Morocco, there is a reality, which is that in Morocco, it's one does whatever they want.
Il y a des gens qui font la prière, d'autres qui ne le font pas.
Yeah, there is people that makes that pray, other people don't.
Il y a des
do
gens
the
qui
prayer.
font le ramadan et d'autres qui ne le font pas.
There are people doing Ramadan and others
Il y a
don't.
beaucoup de gens qui boivent de l'alcool
There is a lot of people drinking a lot of alcohol,
et c'est interdit,
and it's not allowed
considéré
by.
comme interdit. Donc, il y a du point de vue de la liberté sexuelle, par exemple, ce n'est pas permis par la loi, mais c'est pratiqué largement.
For the freedom of how to
Relation,
sexuality
c'est-
freedom, or there is it's supposed to be interdit, but right, it's supposed to be.
La loi l'interdit, mais la réalité
Yeah.
dépasse de loin la loi.
The law is forbidden, but the reality is that, of course, is practiced.
Donc nous sommes dans un divorce entre la réalité
So there is a gap between the reality
qui
and
est vivante
law, which is what is happening and that is alive,
et
and
entre
the law.
la loi qui fait référence à un référentiel religieux et conservateur.
And the law that is still related to religious values and conservative
Et
values.
c'est un défi pour notre pays.
And it's a challenge for our country.
Et au Maroc, il n'y a pas de mouvement athéiste ou de personnes qui se déclarent, disons, qui se déclarent athées.
There are not atheist movements
Parce
in
que-
Morocco, or persons that are telling themselves or declaring themselves atheists.
Voilà, donc c'est une disons, comment dire, au Maroc, on considère que l'islam est la religion de l'État.
We consider in Morocco that Islam is the religion of the state.
C'est la loi qui le dit.
Is the law that says so. So they're not related to
Et
religions.
on vit dans cette réalité-là et c'est une réalité qui peut évoluer, mais lentement peut-être.
We live in this reality, and this can evaluate or progress, but it will be in a very slow way.
Voilà.
Other questions or comments, please? Okay, we'll come in the front.
My name is Silvia, and I come from Romania, and I would like to ask you the following question. You have said that there is now a coalition between the Islamist Party and other parties. I was wondering, do you think that this coalition is stable, if people trust this coalition, and if it's capable to continue implementing the reforms that are necessary for this constitution?
Okay. Very good question. Because also in Morocco, a lot of people ask themselves if this coalition can really be successful in leading the things of the affairs of the country. Je voulais dire que la coalition gouvernementale est constituée d'un parti auquel j'appartiens, qui est un parti de la gauche, un parti socialiste.
I must say that governmental coalition belongs to a coalition from the left, which I belong to.
Et aussi des partis nationaux centristes, à peu près centristes.
And also involved national parties from the center.
Parce que le défi, c'était en même temps de respecter les résultats des urnes,
So the challenge was at the same time to respect the result of the votes results.
parce
And
que la démocratie, ce n'est pas une chose facile.
democracy is not something easy.
On veut appliquer la démocratie,
We want to apply democracy,
mais la démocratie, ce n'est pas simplement de respecter les résultats des urnes, c'est aussi de respecter des valeurs.
democracy is not only to respect electoral results, but also to respect values.
Et la constitution marocaine est d'un très haut niveau au point de vue des valeurs.
And the Moroccan constitution, it's in a very high level from the values perspective.
Droits
So
humains, égalité, liberté,
human rights, freedom, equality,
le rôle de la société civile,
the role of civil society.
qui a un rôle très important maintenant comme partenaire des politiques publiques.
Civil society, the role of civil society is very important nowadays from the public perspective.
Et également le rôle de l'opposition, le rôle du Parlement,
The parliament and opposition also have an important role.
et aussi il y a le Conseil national des droits de l'homme,
And there's also the council, the General Council of Human
et
Rights.
il y a une multitude de conseils, par exemple le Conseil de la parité et de la lutte contre la discrimination.
And then there are other, like a big amount of different councils. For example, the council specific for parity and equality.
Et d'autres conseils, je n'ai pas le temps d'en parler. Et c'est pour ça que le Parti du progrès et du socialisme auquel j'appartiens a choisi de participer à la coalition gouvernementale pour disons, accompagner la mise en œuvre de la Constitution en tant que parti au gouvernement.
That is why the party from the left to which I belong has decided to participate in this coalition to make sure that the values of the Constitution are respected.
Et le parti islamiste lui-même, qui est le premier parti, au début, il pensait qu'il pouvait appliquer sa propre vision, mais il s'est rendu compte que ce n'est pas possible, il n'est pas le parti majoritaire dans le pays, il est le premier parti et il est obligé de tenir compte de toutes les autres forces en présence dans le pays.
And the most elected party, which is the Islamist party, thought that they could do or lead the government on their own way, vision. But they had to understood that they are the most voted, but not the majority party in the country. So they must take into account the vision of other parties.
Et on vient de sortir d'une crise gouvernementale qui a duré presque 6 mois.
We just came out of the governmental crisis right now from 6 months ago.
Et ça fait juste 15 jours qu'il y a eu constitution du gouvernement, on appelle ça Ben Kiran 2. Il y avait Ben Kiran 1 et maintenant c'est Ben Kiran 2.
So there's 15 days that
Ben Kiran is the name of the first of the prime minister, of the chief of the government.
Okay, so 15 days ago we have
a new government.
We have a new government which is Ben Kiran 2.
Ben Kiran 2, yes. Et à titre d'exemple, dans le premier gouvernement Ben Kiran 1,
and as an example, in the first government, so Ben Kiran 1,
il y avait une seule femme ministre.
There was only one woman that was minister.
Et cette femme ministre est membre du parti islamiste.
And this woman is a member of the Islamic Party.
Et responsable de la femme, la famille, l'enfance.
And she's responsible for women matters, family, children issues.
Et ça a constitué un grand scandale dans notre pays.
And it has been a big scandal for the country.
Parce que le gouvernement précédent, il y avait 7 femmes ministres.
Because for the government before had the 7 women that was ministers.
Et j'étais une de ces 7 femmes ministres.
And I was, not me, but her, was one of these minister women.
Next. Et maintenant, dans le gouvernement Ben Kiran 2, il y a 6 femmes ministres. 6 femmes.
So now in the Ben Kiran 2, there is again 6 women that are ministers.
Et c'est le résultat des luttes et résultat aussi de l'indignation qui a été provoquée dans la population quand il y a eu une seule femme ministre.
So this is the result of the fights and the result of the protest from civil society population of fact that there was only one woman that was minister, and now this shows achievement and progress.
Voilà.
That's it.
We're technically out of time, although is there maybe one brief question or comments before Madame Scali needs to go? Anyone else on cultural diplomacy, women's rights? Now's your chance. Okay. If you could stand.
Les deux, on peut répondre.
Hi, my name is Petra and I'm from Slovakia. And I was wondering, honestly, because empowering women in Islamic society could be, as you were saying, a problem and could create quite a big opposition maybe from some religious leaders or from people who are religious and who follow that path. How do you go about it? How do you try to overcome these problems? How do you try to maybe prepare a ground for reforms that are quite, I would say, bold in such a context and that are quite innovative or advanced in that respect? So how do you go about it? How do you try to go around that opposition?
Donc il y a quand vous luttez pour les droits de la femme, et pour la représentation des femmes, il y a des obstacles qui sont en relation aux valeurs plus conservatrices. Comment vous allez surpasser ces obstacles? Comment vous faites pour surpasser ces obstacles?
Alors, le succès des réformes au Maroc en ce qui concerne les droits des femmes peuvent être rapportés à deux éléments.
The achievement on what women's rights are concerned in Morocco can be reported or related to two basic things.
D'un côté, une société civile extrêmement active
In the one hand, a civil society very active
et très militante.
and very active, militant.
Activiste.
Activiste.
Et il y a tout un réseau d'associations
And there is a whole network of associations
qui se mobilisent autour de, par exemple, la lutte contre la violence à l'égard des femmes,
who are mobilized against violence against women
ou bien autour de la représentation politique des femmes, ou bien différentes problématiques.
fighting for women's representation against discrimination. And other political or social issues regarding the women.
Et d'un autre côté, il y a le rôle du leadership au plus haut niveau de l'État, qui est le leadership du roi Mohamed VI.
And in the other hand, there is the leadership of the King Mohammed VI.
Et ça, c'est un élément très, très, très important.
And this is a very, very important element for this issue.
Et je dois dire que depuis son accession au trône, le roi Mohamed VI a montré un engagement particulier à l'égard de la question des droits des femmes.
And I must say that since the King Mohammed VI is in the throne, he has shown a very important commitment towards women's rights.
À titre symbolique, il a épousé son épouse est une jeune ingénieure en informatique.
So to show this commitment, or as an example of this commitment, he has married one woman that is computer engineer.
Ingénieure, et elle est moderne.
And she's very modern.
Et elle est du peuple.
And she's from the civil society,
from the
community.
Population.
She's not
from the population. Voilà,
yeah.
Normal. Et elle joue un rôle social très important et elle est visible.
And she's playing a very important social role and she's very visible as an example.
Différemment de ce qui était, par exemple, la mère du roi actuel, les femmes des rois, on ne les voyait jamais, elles n'existaient pas sur le plan public.
Which is very different from for example, from the mother of the actual king, that she was not present in social or public life, and you would never see her. So,
voilà, donc ça c'était à titre symbolique, c'était très important.
So this has been very important to set up an example of.
Et ce qui distingue le Maroc d'autres pays, c'est que le roi, il a une double fonction.
So what is different from Morocco than other countries is that the king has a double function, a double role.
Il est chef de l'État.
He's a head of state.
Et il est commandeur des croyants.
And he's the leader of the faith or
des croyants.
Of the people that trust, the believers.
Aussi, c'est grâce à son pouvoir en tant que commandeur des croyants qu'il a pu, disons, assurer la réforme du Code de la famille.
And it's also because he's a leader of the believers and of the religious believers, that the religious affairs, he's also having this role that it was possible to reform the code of the family.
Parce qu'il y avait une résistance féroce contre la réforme du Code de la famille.
There was a very important resistance against the reform of the code of the family.
Il y avait même des démonstrations, des manifestations très importantes organisées par les islamistes
that were
contre le Code de la
organized by Islamist conservatives against the reform of the code of the family.
Mais quand le roi a parlé de la réforme, il a dit « Je parle en tant que commandeur des croyants et je dis qu'il n'y a pas de contradiction entre l'islam et entre les conventions internationales pour l'égalité, pour les valeurs d'égalité, de justice, etc. »
So when the king has communicated that as the leader of the religious affairs, he thinks there's no contradiction between the equality for women and the religious law or the religious values, then people has accepted better this reform.
Et je crois que la règle générale, c'est que pour avoir des réformes réussies, il faut avoir un engagement social et un soutien du leadership.
So I think in general terms, to have a successful reform and to achieve reform, you have to have the support of the population and of the civil society, but also the support of the leadership.
Voilà. Il y avait une dame qui voulait encore une question.
One final question, please.
Last one.
Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Elena, je viens de Roumanie. J'avais une question qui regarde la culture de Maroc. Existe-t-il par exemple une organisation ici au Berlin qui promeut la culture de Maroc?
I have a question. I'm from Romania, and I have a question regarding Moroccan culture. Is there an organization here in Berlin that promotes Moroccan culture?
Je crois qu'il y a l'ICD.
Yeah, maybe since she's only a visitor in Berlin, maybe I can respond to that. So the embassy itself is actually quite active. So in the Moroccan embassy, they have also space for exhibitions within the embassy, where almost always throughout the year they do actually have exhibitions. And one interesting thing, we can talk about it more in class, that the Moroccans do, is they're very smart. Because on the one hand, a great way to represent Morocco to Germany is with Moroccans. On the other hand, sometimes even better, is to represent Morocco and Germany with Germans. And so they've actually been very good to actually have Germans who've gone to Morocco. For example, they had a famous photographer who was there, a photo exhibition of Morocco, and he actually then gave the presentation to the Germans, which is smart because actually it's cheaper, of course, than flying everyone from Morocco, and sometimes a German can explain even better to Germans about Morocco than a Moroccan. So they're quite innovative in terms of really, doing classical cultural diplomacy in the sense art exhibitions, lectures, festivals, but also, including Germans from a wide range of fields. So as far as I know, I don't think there's a separate institution for culture for Morocco, but the embassy itself is quite active. And as you said, of course, any way we can at ICD, we're always happy to represent Morocco as well, and we do actually work quite closely with the current ambassador as well as the former ambassador, who's now ambassador to the USA. And we're hoping, actually, that's one of the things we discussed in our meeting this morning, to do also a conference in April of next year in Rabat, in Morocco. So hopefully that will be actually the first event of the ICD in Morocco. So as a brief response.
I hope that everybody is going to be there.
Okay, so we have the invitation from Madame Scali. So seriously, let's stay in touch. I mean, the MA students will be here. Well, some of you actually will be in Italy, but more or less in Europe. And then the interns, for the most part, their time will be over. It's a 3-month internship. But let's obviously stay in touch. There actually have been cases, a recent Rome event where we had, I think, 15 interns were there actually in the Rome event. So we'll come back to you on that, possibly a trip to Morocco. But I'd like to maybe ask everyone to please join me in expressing our sincere gratitude to Madame Scali for having come today and shared with us her insights and also her perspectives.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, Rudy, to give me this occasion to exchange with you. And I think that you, as young people, you have a very important role to play to make all the people in the world be closer and understand each other, and not having some stereotypes that make that Arabic as like that, and Muslim is like that, and black people is like that, and other stereotypes that shouldn't be in our world, so that we have a world, Pacific world, a world of culture, of exchange, of very rich population in the world.
Well, thank you. And I think that's really the first priority of cultural diplomacy. Before we can even do any exchange, take care of the stereotypes and try to break those stereotypes. And I think that's really true for all forms of cultural diplomacy.